Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, along with a wide variety of products, will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed. Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with backseat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Galatish Honda in West Frankfort and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
We welcome you into Redbirds live from Max Morris Gymnasium here on November 25th, a Monday. We're set for the boys' season opener at home against the defending runner-up in Class 2A, the Benton Rangers. I'm Garrett Smith, joined by Quincy King to help me on tonight's call.
How's it going, Garrett? It's a pleasure having me on tonight. I'm getting ready for some Redbird basketball. First game for the boys this year, and it couldn't come at a better cause going against the Benton Rangers, who had a great year last year.
Yeah, and good teams. We're going to see a lot of them on Frankfurt's slate this season. You mentioned it starts right now. Yeah, you get the Benton Rangers, as good as a team played last season, and we'll see what we got going forward. We'll take a look at our schedule here at Redbirds Live, what we got coming up. The ladies are in action also tonight. They're over in Harrisburg. Following tonight, we will have the rest of that tournament, the HIT, tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday with the Lady Redbirds. Tomorrow, around 7 o'clock, we'll go on. Then 5:30 starts on Wednesday and Friday, sandwich around the Thanksgiving holiday. Obviously, no game there on the Thursday. Next week, we got 5 broadcasts over in Hamilton County, 2 on that Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday before that. And in between all that, there's a girls' game in there on a Tuesday. So if we were busy this week, it's going to be even more hectic next week. But a lot of good teams, a lot of good games, a lot of games across the board we're going to have. As we mentioned, the ladies are in action tonight. And we also, we told you we wouldn't be we wouldn't be bringing you the El Dorado coverage. So you get a little sampler tonight. If you pull up Facebook, look up Bulldogs Media. They're over there. They're covering Harrisburg and West Frankfort Lady Redbirds. It's a little sampler for what you might get when you watch Frankfort come EHT time. And they do a good job with their production over there as well. So you can double dip watching Frankfort tonight. The girls in action will get you updates as the night's going, playing a good Harrisburg team. But we'll focus the task at hand, what we got, Quincy. What are you expecting tonight? Frankfurt's lost a lot of size. Benton's lost some key contributors. A lot of people that are on the outside looking in, not a true fan, and they see just a couple of the mentions of players. You hear all about Dr. Tedeschi, and he deserves all that praise and all that credit. They lost some big-time players, and I actually think their best playmaker down the stretch in the season last year is gone. That was Isaac Billington. They lose the Melvin, but they've got guys back, too. It's not just going to be the Docker show, but a lot of teams think Benton might take a step back, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, no, I think I think they have just as much to prove as we do. They have a bunch of guys coming out that were role players last season. Losing Billington, guys like Melvin. I think they're coming into this game wanting something to prove that we can keep the level of play up to where we were, and coming here West Frankfort and try to get a win in a dominant fashion. I think Frankfort coming into this as well is trying to prove that we can hang around, and some of the losses we took to them last year is we learned from those because we lost 3 key seniors in our lineup. There's going to be new guys having to step in and having to come back, and we'll see how the Redbirds take it.
Yeah, we'll get to our keys to the game. That's brought to you by Weeks in West Frankfort, right on the price, right off I-57. Quincy, season opener, doesn't get any bigger in terms of your opponent. You're playing your rival that dates back in a rivalry as long as you can remember and as long as the record books can show anything. And keys for an always fun matchup between West Frankfort and Benton.
It's a good rivalry that has went back years and years to come. It's one of those things. It's just when this game's always happening, it brings out the people who don't really go to basketball games or now come down. I have to go watch that one. It's a even if one side's lopsided, it's still fun to come check the rivalry out. It's a lot of fun to watch these two towns go at it, especially after been going at it for so long.
Yeah, we'll see how Frankfurt makes an adjustment. We talked about it. Yeah, losing some size, losing some really good athletes from last season. That you look at it just from a win-loss record. Frankfurt didn't have a good year. However, there weren't a whole lot of games that they weren't in. There weren't a whole lot. You couldn't really say that the first couple of seasons under Coach Sertich, but last year there were a lot of games that they just let get away. Games they won last year that they hadn't in the previous years. You win a midwinter classic, don't care who's in it, you still got to go play, and they won that. It was a big step forward for Coach Sertich, and we'll see what you have tonight. You're playing a team, you're going to hear it all year long. Got to the state championship. But the last time these teams were on this court, I think Frankfurt had them down 12 points with about 3 minutes left in the first half. Benton, threw a full court press on them. Frankfurt coughed it up, gave up some points. It might have been Benton's largest deficit of the season. I'm not sure, but I don't think they were down double digits a whole lot. Frankfurt had them down 12. So obviously there is something there in terms of throwing the records out the window, because that, from like I said, a win-loss standpoint, they had no business being in that. And I think actually, you know, obviously they opened up at Benton last year, these two teams to start the season. Frankfurt was winning at halftime over there. So, I mean, it's a team uh, that has capabilities of hanging around and winning games. I think the biggest issue last year was, can they put four quarters of good basketball together consecutively? They couldn't do it a lot last year. Um, they're going to have to this year again, because if you play good teams and you don't play four good quarters, you're probably going to lose.
Yeah, I think a big struggle for West Frankfurt last year was really the third quarter. Coming out of halftime, I think, really just kind of chilled them off and really always came out of halftime slow. The third quarter was really bad for West Frankfurt last season. And yeah, I mean, there was a lot to go on there, but uh, yeah, lost some size. There's three key guys that was in the lineup that were very strong to the team. Lost a lot of I like to say the potential I think last year was not ever matched. Maybe against Nashville is where you got a glimpse of what that team last year potential wise could have done.
Yeah.
But other than that, there was so much room to grow for that team, and it just never really happened. Never really came in full effect. I'm hoping to see this team this year can reach its full potential wherever that may be, and can compete at that level all year.
A lot of times you can take one look at a little portion of a season. You can look at your last game, and a lot of times they'll tell you the last game of your season kind of sums up your season. And I think last year that was really the case over there in that postseason game. Frankfurt could not buy a bucket, kept it close, had a chance to win it at the buzzer, and they turned the basketball over, didn't get a shot off against Hamilton County in the postseason. They would have won. They would have been on this floor against Benton, a place where they played them pretty decent. However, that just kind of goes to show you how the year went for them. And that's all in the past. You're going to have to rely on some new guys. Some guys that were role guys are going to have to be the new faces. Eli Tyson had games last year where he was Frankfurt's best player. He's probably going to need to step it up even more. Quentin Osborne, he's going to have to do the same thing. Uh, you know, he's an upperclassman now. Travion Johnson, he dealt with some stuff. He missed some games last year. He had some injuries here and there. And let's hope he can stay healthy this year. He's already had a huge workload playing football, as did Eli Tyson. But we'll see. We'll see. But just looking at the roster, not a whole lot of size for West Frankfurt. Something they've got to work on in terms of a defensive standpoint. Can they keep the rebounding battles close? They have to do that to stay in ball games.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope in practice they've been working a lot on rebounding, because I think that's what you said. The size thing is going to be a real problem this year. You face majority of your teams, they're going to have two dudes that are pretty big and got a lot of weight on them. So, we got tall, we got a few guys 6'2", 6'4". It's not much size with them though. a little lengthy, but not much weight behind them. So I really hope they got the fundamentals down on their rebounding effort because that's going to be a big decisive factor whether this team's going to be good or not this year.
And yeah, you lose a couple of guys that weren't super tall, but Keegan Bowers, good athlete, he could go in there. DT Thomas wasn't super tall, but wide frame, he could play defense in the post on a lot of guys that were 4 or 5 inches taller than him. Remember a game last year, he had Tedeschi in the post, and Tedeschi had to go out on the perimeter because he couldn't handle it. Unfortunately for Tedeschi and the Benton Rangers, he could shoot the lights out, and he did. But but that just went to show how strong he was. Trying to find a replacement for some of those guys, and man, just keep the rebounding battles quick or close. And you'd like to think we're not sure, but you'd like to think with Frankfurt not having a lot of you know size, maybe they can get out and run. Let's see if they can get out in transition and run with the basketball. We saw it a few years ago when Lucas Whittington get him the ball and he was getting all the way down the floor and either getting to the line or making a layup. Can they get back to that? I don't know if anyone's got as much speed or athleticism as him or a Brady Melvin.
Yep.
But it'd be nice. And you don't have to do it all. You can run without the basketball. A lot of guys forget about that. I think they trot back. Run without it. Get to your spot. I'd like to see if this team can make it a track meet against some of these teams. Play a run and gun type of offense, and you're going to have to. You got to outrun guys. You got to probably. I think you need to play some zone. We'll see. We'll see. I think to compete, you need to make guys beat you at the 3-point line, but. We're going to find out. We haven't really talked to Coach a whole lot. I'm a few brief words with him before the year, but not been able to sit down and get his philosophy going in, and we'll keep an open slate on what he's going to do because I'm sure he's not anti changing things up as the year goes. Also,
No, it seems like Coach Surge is over the past few years we've seen him very flexible coach. He tends to know when things aren't working right and tends to try new things. So it's interesting to see what kind of style he's going to go with this year.
West Frankfurt here on opening night, they're going to induct a new member into their FCHS Athletic Hall of Fame. That is Tom Freeman. Tom Freeman was a 1966 FCHS graduate. And Frankfurt's school record in both the 400-meter dash and the 800-meter to this day. All-state track and field in 1966. South 7 champion, conference champion in track and field. Full ride to go to Mizzou for track and field. And, it's been a while, obviously, so we weren't able to see any of that. But I will say this, just looking at this list of what they've have typed up for him as he gets in, if he was in a sport that maybe gets some more recognition than track and field, he'd probably have been in a long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely. It's track and field is one of those sports that really goes, underlooked. I think with the whole sport, there's so many events going on, and it's kind of hard to go watch a track meet. Some people just mainly want to go see a family member or a friend perform, and it's like a whole day thing, and they have to leave early from school kind of deal. But I mean, if you're into it, you're into it. And going out there watching the track and field, I've been to a few events over the past couple of years, and they're pretty fun to go to and hang out all day.
Yeah, especially when you got a good team. And Frankfurt had some really good teams back then. They were led by a guy like Tom Freeman. So it's good for him to get in to the FCHS Hall of Fame. And they induct him here on, we talk about it, not a good platform, the sport of track and field. But if you're going to get inducted, man, you might as well be, talked about and praised on a night like this in front of when you are going to have community show up. Real quick, good crowd here this evening. Not as good as what they used to be, but still a really good crowd between Frankfurt and Benton. And I love it because both communities travel when they play. Benton travels everywhere. Frankfurt, I wouldn't say they do. However, they play, feels like they always do to Benton when they go over there. That and it's gotten to it's not really a hostile rivalry. It's more of a friendly one, a competitive one, but it is good to see the gym filled up because when this gym's filled up, there's no better gym in Southern Illinois.
Yeah, I was honored to actually see this gym pretty packed my freshman year when they held a sectional here, and they had some pretty good teams play at this gym. And man, you just pictured what it'd be like to have a bunch of Frankfurt fans in this arena. It was a sight to see this gym filled.
Once again, they officially induct Tom Freeman into the FCHS Athletic Department Hall of Fame. Track and field standout, FCHS record holder to this day in the 400 and the 800.
Looks great for his age.
And that's on different the tracks weren't near as good either. I mean, that's a different type of material you're running on. So
Different equipment, didn't have the kind of shoes, especially.
Yeah. So the fact that that still stands, super, super impressive. Congratulations, Tom Freeman and family, for this induction tonight. We're getting close to some basketball. Quincy, I'm hoping for a good contest. And we've said it the past 3-4 times Frankfurt's played Benton, or at least the last couple times last season. First halves, really good basketball.
It's been good games. It seemed like we gave Benton a lot of fits last year, especially in the first half. Over there the first night at Benton and here at home.
All right, we're going to have the national anthem. We're going to run some sponsors and come back and give you Redbirds basketball on.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
We welcome you back, and we'll get to our Sam C. Mitchell and Associates starting lineup here on the opening night of the 24-25 Redbird basketball season. We will begin with the Benton Rangers, led by head coach Ron Weinmiller. Number 2, 5'11" senior Jackson Zettler. Number 4, 6'2" senior Kyle Thomas. Number 11, 6'2" senior Trayson Severin. Number 25, 5'10" junior Ethan McCommons. And number 41, 6'9" senior Docker Tedeschi, as we mentioned, led by head coach Ron Weinmiller. Benton starts Zettler, Thomas, Severin, McCommons, Tedeschi. We get to head coach Josh Surdich and his team.
I'm curious as Owens. He was a starter last year on the Benton team. I wonder if he's not down there or injured.
Yeah, we'll try to figure something out. And, we'll get word on it. But yeah, he was a good piece on their team last year, and we'll get some insight into that. Coach Josh Sertich for West Frankfort in his 4th season leading West Frankfort Redbirds. It's easy for me to remember that because his first year was our first year covering basketball. So pretty easy for me to remember. I had a hard time remembering Coach Dodd, how long he'd been here.
Mm-hmm.
This is his what? Third
year, 3rd season.
This is third. Is this Coach Dodd's 3rd season or 2nd?
I believe they said 3rd the other night.
Oh, did they?
Because I think you're a little amazed that it was already 3.
Starters for West Frankfort. 6-foot junior, number 0, Will Scales. Number 1, 5'9" senior, Travion Johnson. Number 10, 6'2" junior, Quentin Osborne. Number 12, 5'10" senior, Evan Goforth. And number 15, 5'8" senior, Jack Harrell. And again, Frankfort with Scales, Johnson, Osborne, Goforth, and Harrell. Benton with Zettler, Thomas, Severin, McCommons, and Tedeschi. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. So we wondered about Owens. And as we mentioned, we haven't talked to Coach Sertich at all, so I wonder about Eli Tyson as well. And, you wonder about those guys' availability.
Yeah, it might be football players coming back, something within the lines of maybe something happened over the season, maybe trying to work them back into it, maybe a slight injury or something.
Yeah, we won't speculate. We'll just go with what we got, and we know who's on the floor, and we know Osborne and Tedeschi will jump. We might see Osborne just turn and start to head for defense on this jump ball center court. He got a little closer than I thought he would, going for it. Benton starts with the basketball. That's Kyle Thomas. He works out top. He works towards the right, gets to the elbow to Tedeschi. Tedeschi, one dribble, picks up, gives to Thomas. Using a screen, knocked to the floor is Travion Johnson. No whistle, but Frankfort comes away with an early turnover forced. Harrell brings it into the half court.
That's a good possession by Frankfort and the first defensive of the game. That's what you wanted.
And we got a whistle. What do we have happen there? Think they called? Think Coach Sertich called a timeout or something?
No, Coach was on a play called 5 out. Ref thought it said timeout.
And that's an over and back. Frankfort can't throw it in on the sideline.
I tell you all year, it's stuff like that needs to go out the window. Dumb turnovers, it's going to cost you any game.
The unforced ones are the ones that hurt you. Thomas will bring it up. Dribble handoff, that's Severin. Dribble handoff, Zettler. He works to the right, goes wing, gives back to Tedeschi. At the perimeter, passes inside, nearly lost underneath. Back to Tedeschi. He'll shoot over the top of the defender. 3-ball, no. Rebound, Goforth is fouled. They didn't call it when Travion was thrown down, but they got to call this one. That's McCommons, his first, team first. Somebody needs to score the basketball. We're scoreless a minute in. Top it, Scales. He swings. Goforth. Looks for help. One dribble, picks up, gives to Johnson. Johnson gives up Osborne. Osborne spins. Free throw line out. Scales quickly gets rid of it to Harrell. Harrell gives Osborne. Off the dribble. Spinning towards the low block. Out Johnson. We got to reach in the post. I think that's on Severin. His first, team second. Remember, 5 fouls puts you in the double bonus. No more 1-and-1 in IHSA. You get 5. 5's the penalty. Resets each quarter. Not half. Out top to Osborne. Fake left. Dribble move. Nearly lost it. Got it back. Needs to get rid of it. Does to Scales. Quickly to Harrell. Triple thrown up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Thomas. Thomas looks to move. Minute and a half in. Skips it ahead. Severin wide open left side. Triple good.
I think that's going to be a major impact of Severin's role between the whole season. Is he's going to be that spot up 3-point shooter for him.
Goforth. Out top. Harrell coming off a screen. Has the basketball. Rotates Travion Johnson on Tedeschi. Kicks out Scales. Scales throws it. It's intended for Harrell, but Osborne's there to pick it up. He loses the ball, and it's going to be a Frankfurt turnover. Dribbled it right in front of the defender. Tedeschi, other way, through the lane. Banks shot up, no, too strong. Offensive rebound. Severin trying to triple it up again. He's got it. 6-0 Benton Rangers. Johnson needs help. Gives it to Goforth. One dribble, bounce to Scales. Scales, back to Goforth. Threads the needle to Johnson, to the goal. He got hit. It's going to come up short, not enough. Getting back is Frankfurt. Tedeschi on his man, and they got a foul call on Will Scales. First on Scales, team first. Frankfurt still yet to score.
If any foul was called there, I'm surprised it wasn't shooting.
Underneath, right block, layup good for McCommons. Frankfurt's going to burn a timeout. Little over 5 minutes left in the first. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back. Benton up 8-0.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Out of the timeout, Frankfurt basketball. Trailing 8-0, 3 minutes in. Johnson through the lane. He lost it. It's going to be a turnover. A dive for it on the floor. Benton Ranger basketball. Tedeschi, he's working into the half court. Gives Severin. He's hit a couple. Skip pass. Zettler corner. Thomas, he's free for a triple. Wide open. He misses. Long rebound. 3 Redbirds around it, but it's Zettler who gets it. Skip pass to Severin. Now out point left with it is Tedeschi. Dribbles on Osborne. Top dribbling is kick to the corner for Thomas for a 3. No. Rebound, Tedeschi. They reset. Triple going up. Nope. Rebound, Docker. Throws it out of bounds, Frankfurt basketball.
You know, we've already seen in the first 4 minutes of this first quarter. It's the rebounding. Benton's getting a lot of offensive rebounds. They're getting a lot of chances.
Osborne has done a decent job boxing or, closing them out. But we've seen the problem. When the ball comes off the rim, release and go get it. And we saw that problem 2-3 years in a row. You can't let the ball just keep bouncing around. Good players are going to go get the basketball. Frankfurt fortunate that Tedeschi ended up throwing that away. He could have kept it and probably went up in the lane or underneath the goal and drew a foul. Eli Tyson's in there. He launches a 3. It's no good. Benton with the basketball. Severin, left side, left wing, gives top to Zettler. Dribbles around the perimeter, guarded by Goforth. Makes him pick up his dribble. Baseline, Tedeschi beats his man and lays it in, and he's fouled. That's one thing you can't let him do is beat you on the dribble from the three-point line. I mean, if he's in the post and he beats you, it's because he got a good position, but you can't let him beat you off the dribble. Make him beat you from outside.
Yeah, no, that second he gets that quick step and he gets around you, he gets halfway to the rim, 15 feet out. He's going to jump with anybody. He's going to put that ball in.
Free throw no good. Rebound. Osborne has to pick it up. Goforth lost it. And a foul on Goforth. Nick Hefner checks in, first varsity minutes. 3:30 to go, quarter one. It's 10-0 Benton Rangers. Kyle Thomas dribbles on Eli Tyson. Picked up his dribble, swings it to Severin. Now Tedeschi looking to get around his man. That's Hefner. He beats him to the goal through the paint, lays it up, missing short, falls to the floor. Rebound Frankfurt. They don't know who to give it to. It's Harrell, corner to Eli Tyson. Dribbles left of the lane, hands off Travion Johnson in front of the Ranger bench. Now back Eli Tyson. Dribbles back middle of the floor, through the lane, right block, lost it out of bounds. It was last touched by the Rangers. 2:58 to go in the first. Eli Tyson, the trigger man. Goes it in over the top to Hefner. And ticky-tack foul called on McCommons for his second.
Yeah, I'm not sure really about where that call was right there, but just seemed like a basketball play to me.
McCommons comes out. We'll see Nolan Schaefer come in a similar role that he had last year. He'd come in off the bench. And he's out there first time in this season. Harrell off the screen, jumper up. Off short to the right, rebound. That's Schaefer fresh in there with his first board. Skip ahead. Severin, Tedeschi, 3-ball.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
Out of the timeout, Frankfurt ball. What are you seeing out there, Quincy? 13-0. Benton's hitting some shots, but their defensive end has been the story.
Yeah, no, I mean, we all know that Benton last year's defense was impeccable, and now this year, you know, that's the thing about Benton. That's why they've been so good in the past, and now is because of defense with another steal there by Severin. It's tough to score against a defense that's they know the role, they know what to do.
Benton with the ball, up by 13. Getting inside with another high percentage look for Tedeschi. He's got two more. It's a 15-0 Ranger lead.
Tony, if you let Tedeschi get anywhere in a 15-foot range, that ball is probably about 80% going in.
Osborne swings to Johnson. Now here's Hefner. Gets to the free throw line. Jumper up. Well off left. Rebound to Thomas. Back the other way. Corner with it is Thomas. Guarded by Harrell. It's out of the corner. Gives to Zettler. Now top it Schaefer. Lobs in Tedeschi at the elbow. Spinning around Hefner to the goal. He's hacked going to the basket. Nick Hefner picks up his first. Tedeschi will shoot two at the free throw line. First one on the way. Good. Scales back in for Hefner. Tedeschi 1 of 2. Frankfurt ball the other way. Scales with it. Swings top Harrell. Handoff Osborne. Left elbow. Around a man. Johnson left to the lane. Into the paint. Up with the right. He's got it to go. And Frankfurt's first points of the season come with less than a minute left in quarter one. 16-2 Benton Rangers.
You know, we got on the board now. Let's hopefully we can get something going now.
Lob in Schaefer. Side the perimeter. Now to Tedeschi. Falling away at the elbow for 2 more. Travion Johnson walks it up. Swings right to Harrell. Here's Scales, point right. Now Johnson trying to go post. It's Osborne. Kicks out Tyson. Feet set. Now dribbles towards the left. Down to 15 seconds. Swing around the perimeter. Johnson's got some space, thinking about shooting. He's not going to do it. Threw it. Was deflected right back to him. Now it's into the hands of Osborne. Corner Harrell. Wide open 3 ball on the way is good. 2 seconds. Will Thomas get a shot off? I think he got it off, but it's going to be off to the right. No good. 18-5. Frankfurt with 5 points in the final minute. That's all they had there in that first period. So an early 13-point deficit for the Redbirds as we head to quarter number 2. You're watching Redbirds basketball on Redbirds Live.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort.
Quarter 2. Frankfurt begins with it. You get 5 points there in those last couple trips down, so that's your one positive. It looks like they're going back to how they started the game. They turn it over, throw it into the scores table. 9 seconds in quarter 2. 18-5 Benton Rangers on top of your West Frankfort Redbirds. They're all unforced. That's what's so frustrating. If you play a good defense and they force turnovers, that's one thing. All these are unforced turnovers.
Yeah, it's simple mistakes and just stuff we're doing to ourselves. We put ourselves in this big hole now. Now we got to dig out of it and try to find some grounding. Luckily the offense looks like it's getting a little better at the end of the first quarter with 5 consecutive points.
The biggest problem was you saw them hit some dry spells last year, but they had guys like Brady Melvin and Keegan Bowers. You could give them the ball and say, hey, just go get me a basket. We're yet to find out who's that guy this year. Triple from a weird angle in the corner. Schaefer, no good. Harrell dribbles into the half court, and he's going to have it knocked out from behind him by Schaefer. Frankfurt keeps it on their end of the basketball floor. 18-5. Benton Ranger lead. Eli Tyson to throw in. Johnson, Scales, Osborne, Harrell. The unit out there. Eli Tyson off a broken play throws up a triple. No. Rebound into the hands of Johnson. He's underneath. Threw it right to Kyle Thomas. It's a good chest pass to him. Through the lane, Tedeschi got it out after bobbling it. Triple 3 is good for Wiggs. Jackson Wiggs in here in quarter 2, and he doesn't miss his opportunity. 6:45 to play, first half. 21-5. Benton Rangers swinging right. Johnson with it. Now top it's Harrell. Looking for space. Doesn't have it. Has to give it out. Top it's Eli Tyson. Dribbling with it's Travion Johnson. Eli Tyson, quick trigger. And it's just short and bounces opposite side to Tedeschi for a rebound. Tedeschi on the dribble. Out top. Trying to get past Osborne, and he'll hand it off. Kyle Thomas uses the screen. Free throw line with it is Thomas. Kicks it out, setting the feet. Triple up and in for Zettler. You know, if this is the philosophy for the Benton Rangers, it's let Docker do what Docker can do, and then everyone else come in the gym and just work on shooting some threes. It might be dangerous this year for other teams.
Yeah, because you know Tedeschi's going to get his.
Harrell had the rebound, and he lost it, and it was Schaefer who took it from him. Going the other way, that's a layup, 26-5. So even on the offensive rebounds, Frankfurt's coughing it up. 5:51 to go, quarter two. Just seems to be pretty overwhelming for the Redbirds right now, Quincy.
Yeah, and I think even coming into this game, there was a little mental block. You know, playing a team. Yeah, you can just knowing what happened last year and bringing a few guys back. I think that's just a mental block. We didn't come into this game thinking, clean slate, everything's new. There's always something there, and it's showing. There's so many easy mistakes, so simple that we need to overcome, and we're just digging ourselves a deeper hole and creating more mistakes. We have to move on. We have to forget and move on.
Eli Tyson into Travion Johnson. Out of that timeout. A little over 5.5 to go in half one. Johnson bounces to Osborne. He nearly threw it away. Johnson gets it back. Elbow, jumper, wide open, and he gets it to go. So Travion, not a guy that takes a lot of jump shots or threes, but he's gotten inside the perimeter a few times, and he's gotten a couple of baskets. Mixed in with the Harrell's triple. Tyson poked it free from Thomas. It's going to go over by the Benton bench. Thomas is going to pick it back up. I think he could have just let that one go, but now he's having fits getting to the half court, but he hits Schaefer. He's got space. Instead of skip pass, opposite side, triple on the way, and it rattles home for Jackson Wiggs, his second three.
The way the Rangers shooting tonight, they're looking like a pretty good three-point team.
Travion Johnson dribbles towards the left. Here's Eli Tyson. Steps into a jumper. Tedeschi blocked it. Tedeschi had it knocked free by Tyson from behind. That's got to be a reach in over the top on Tedeschi. Be the first on him. Just didn't have a good angle when he went for it. When he dove in, he dove right into the back of Eli Tyson.
Yeah, you always have that when you have teams, battling for the ball and playing hard. It's going to come up with some foul calls in there.
(29-7). Frankfurt throwing it around the perimeter. Go into the right block. Osborne spinning right of the lane. Nope. Knocked free around and rebound to Zettler. Corner at Schaefer, wide open. They don't even get out and contest him. That one went half of the way in and bounced out.
I'd like to say those Max Morris rims. Never thought this was a shooting gym, and well, the Rangers proved me wrong.
Eli Tyson. That just shows the perception and the difference in, I guess, people that come around this gym. I always thought this was the easiest gym to shoot in. I thought the gyms were the rims were super, super soft, and you always get some of them weird bounces. This three rattles off no good. Frankfurt ball. Johnson was pushed. He'll clear it. Give to Harrell, and Harrell will give it back. Johnson down the middle of the floor. No one picks him up. He's going to have to use his left hand next time, I think, Quincy, because he had a wide open left-hand layup. But he did his best Harlem Globetrotter impersonation. And it leads to another Ranger basket.
Yeah, I mean, just keep
Tried
it
to hold
simple,
my tongue, but I had to say something. I'm sure he won't do that again. Benton will get it by way of the possession arrows. It gets wedged in between the rim and the backboard. Trying to get Quincy's mic fixed. It's acting up. All good?
Yeah, just one stay on the head right now. We're back into it.
Thomas through the lane. Down on the block, now out Severin. Bounces back top Zettler. Using a screen, going to the goal on the right, and he uses it off the glass, a dribble from the top of the key. Tyson gives top to go forth. We got a tie up.
Tyson. Looks like Tyson out of bounds on the call. That'd be the 8th turnover for the Redbirds this half. Written down on paper doesn't sound too bad.
They've been silly, though.
Yeah, they've been
Tedeschi,
dumb.
step back triple. No, and Goforth might have drawn a foul. He did. We're going the other way.
Be the 3rd on the Cummins.
Frankfurt basketball under 2 minutes in quarter 2. Osborne, right wing, top, go forth. Swings left, Eli Tyson, left wing. Pass underneath, a good find, but Osborne's packed. He gets his own rebound. No, another effort. He's got it on the 3rd try. Some nice fight underneath from Osborne after getting blocked, but a good find on the pass. This one's knocked out of bounds in front of Frankfurt's bench. 33-9 the score. Tedeschi to throw in. Thomas, Severin, Zettler, Crosland. That's the unit for the Benton Rangers. Dribbling through the lane with the left, floating it up. No, Zettler got his own rebound. Shot blocked by Cass in his first appearance of the season. Through the lane, to the left, and Thomas is fouled going up. Osborne got there a little late. It just goes to the hustle plays. You saw Zettler off balance attempt going to the goal on the left side, missing and getting his own rebound on the opposite side of the basket. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to step on the floor, you got to want to play and want to have the ball. But, you know, the same kid getting 2 rebounds in one play, or, you know, one time on the floor, it's crazy.
free throw well short. Thomas, an empty trip at the line. Right of the lane, Osborne banks it in off the glass. Thomas, we're under a minute to go first half. They go into the post. Tedeschi spinning, floating over 2 defenders and putting it in. He makes it look a lot easier than it is.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot to take, and well to say he's going to be doing it all year.
To the goal, Harrell was fouled before the shot. Team 3rd against the Rangers. Tyson to throw in. Here's Harrell. Now back Tyson in the corner, a little bit of separation. He's going to try to do something off the dribble and another touch foul. Got Zettler on the last. And they're going to get Severin for his second. Eli Tyson to throw in. Into Cass. He fumbled it. Taken over in the corner by Kyle Thomas with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Tedeschi out top. Might hold for one shot. It's 35-11. Benton Rangers. Osborne guarding Tedeschi out near center court. Now uses the screen. Works to the right. Kyle Thomas free for a triple in the corner, and he's got it. They get it in to Tyson. 2 seconds. 1 second. Floats it in at the buzzer. Misses off to the right. Benton Rangers at the half. Lead at 38-11 over your West Frankfort Redbirds. Take a break. Come back. Give you the halftime report. This is Redbirds basketball on Redbirds Live.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC. Right on the price, right off I-57.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, Along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with backseat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Galatich Honda in West Frankfort and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
All right, we welcome you into the halftime report brought to you by Kids Corral. 38-11, the lead for the Benton Rangers. We'll go over the halftime stat sheet. We'll begin with the Benton Rangers. Quincy, go ahead.
Started off with McCummins, 2 points. Schaefer, 2 points. Zedler, 5 points, 5 rebounds. Thomas with 5 points, 4 rebounds. Wiggs with 6 points. And your league scorer of the game and for the Benton Rangers, Dr. Tedeschi with 12 points, 5 rebounds. The Rangers turned it over 3 times in the first half. Move over to your West Frankfort Redbird side. Travion Johnson, 4 points with a board. Quentin Osborne, 4 points, 5 rebounds. And to round it off for the Redbirds, Harrell with 3 points and a rebound. The Redbirds with 9 turnovers in the first half, a lot of them coming off just silly mistakes and basically gifting the Rangers with offensive possessions with those turnovers.
All right, so second half. We'll see what type of adjustments. What would you like to see, Quincy, from Coach Surdich? What kind of message you got to give in a locker room like that? Took me a long time to get the lid off the rim, but 11 points, not a good offensive output to start the season.
What I can picture is how the locker room was going into halftime. I'm picturing a very, very depressed and very low locker room coming in. Your first game of the year, scoring 11 points in one half. Benton's putting up 38. What you tell your guys in a situation like this is, you throw the score out of this. You throw it away. What's going to determine how you can feel about yourself after this game is what you can do in this second half. You come out clean slate, you start your season now. That first half isn't how you want to start your season. You want to come into the second half now, and you want to play like it's a brand new game. And if you want to leave this game on a positive note, obviously coming back from a 27-point deficit to a team like this is going to be very difficult. But you come out, you just play it minute by minute, slow your game down, and make the right decision on your play. I know that's a lot to ask for, but that's something you got to do if you want to move into the right direction.
At the half over in Harrisburg, what did I say the score was? 30. Harrisburg was leading West Frankfort 33-17. 33-17 is the score. Lady Redbirds trailing in Harrisburg at the moment. Catch up on all that action over on Bulldog Media on Facebook. Those guys do a terrific job. Same guys that'll be covering the EHT a little bit later on down the road. You get a feel for how their broadcast goes. We were talking before we got back on. We've got the ladies tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday. I feel pretty good about their shot in all three of those games.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we knew Harrisburg was going to be a tough matchup, especially in their tournament, the first night opening. But the way they're set up the rest of the tournament, it's looking pretty good, and I think they're going to have some competitive games and hopefully go in, maybe win the rest of the tournament, or at least pick up two. I would expect. You know, I think they got a pretty decent team this year, and I'm almost expecting them to win a few over there.
We're ready for quarter three. Benton begins with the basketball, leading at 38-11. Frankfort on the floor has Harrell, who punches it free, and he gets a steal and is fouled. He's joined by Eli Tyson, Evan Goforth, Quentin Osborne, and Cannon Cass. For Benton, you see Zettler, Tedeschi, Severin, Schaefer, and Thomas. Frankfort throws in front of their own bench, into Cass, hands it right back to Eli Tyson. Tyson dribbles out near the half-court line, looking for help, reverses to Goforth. Cass comes to get it, reverse back Osborne, off the dribble on Tedeschi, has to swing to Eli Tyson. Tyson passes out top, point right with his Cass, had it out in front of Schaefer, and he turns it over. Picked up by Schaefer. Another turnover for Frankfort. Here's Thomas. One dribble gives up. Zettler looking into the post. They give it to Tedeschi. Bounced off the post. Skip pass. Triple up and in for Schaefer. .30 Ranger lead. Osborne. Hand off Harrell. Corner, it's Goforth. Sets the feet. Triple was blocked. Tedeschi got out there and got a piece of it. And Kyle Thomas is called for a travel. Frankfort forced that one, reaching in, going for the basketball.
You know, if anyone, you see Tedeschi come at you and you're attempting a three-point shot, you need to get that ball off quick. It's a very large wingspan that young man has, and is
I don't know how he
tough.
got to that one. I didn't think he did at first, and then I saw that Goforth shot came up about 5 feet short, so obviously got at least something on it. Osborne gets it from Cass, back to Cass, short corner, skips opposite corner, on the bounce, ends up in the hands of Harrell. His three at the top of the key is good. If Frankfurt's going to play with teams, they've got to hit three-point shots. They've not taken a whole lot today. I wish they'd take a little bit more open looks, but you'd think that's a way that could be an equalizer for them with their lack of size. Could maybe go to the three ball a little bit. Tyson gives it up. Osborne, he was open, takes it to the elbow with a jumper. It's around and out. It's another one there. Get on the catch, throw it up. I mean,
Yeah, that's
very
right.
capable three-point shooter. We got a block underneath on Eli Tyson. Zettler into Tedeschi. Between the leg dribble, step back triple in front of his own bench. No good. Rebound cleared by Goforth. Hands off to Tyson into the half court. Pass dangerously to Goforth. Back to Tyson into the corner. Working in on Tedeschi. He keep dribbling right in front of these guys. They're going to take it away every time. Can't keep putting it on the floor right in front of these Ranger defenders. Triple well long. That time from Severin, who's hit a couple, hit two really early in the game. Not taking a whole lot of shots since then. Cass will launch a three. It's off right, no good. Offensive rebound up and in for Goforth. Tedeschi was pinned underneath the goal. Couldn't get a hand up, so Goforth took advantage of that. Looking to lob into the post. That's Schaefer. Spinning, floats it up with the right. No good. Foul on Schaefer, going back the other way now. Travion Johnson coming in for Cannon Cass. 41-16 the score. Travion Johnson gets it into the corner to Harrell and throws it into traffic. Going the other way. Up ahead, nearly thrown out, but it's thrown right to Eli Tyson. Tyson hands it to Jack Harrell. Back to Travion Johnson. Frankfurt's got to be able to space the ball a little bit better, but there's Osborne who's wide open for a three. No good. They're coming up in transition, three guys within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah, you got to have some spacing. That's key for any offense to get moving correctly.
There's Severin hitting on another three.
Be his third triple of the night, 9 points for him.
He had the first two baskets of the ball game. Made it 6-0. Travion Johnson bounces to Osborne. Corner, it's Tyson. No hesitation. Trigger, no good. Rebound, Thomas. Goforth. That's out of bounds. As Schaefer looked to get it after Thomas lost it, but by the time Schaefer got to it, it already hit the baseline. Frankfurt will have it underneath their own bucket. Eli Tyson to throw in. Corner to Travion Johnson. One dribble, picks it up, skips to Harrell. Corner, Goforth, set the feet. One dribble, he picks it up and gets it out, and he throws it out. It looked like he was going to get it out, but threw it on the sideline.
Yeah,
the worst thing you can do, you're in the corner, you take one dribble and already pick up your dribble.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that.
And I'm not picking on him. We've seen it from everybody tonight.
Yeah.
Tedeschi gets right of the elbow. Man, that is not an easy shot. Off the dribble to that elbow, and he throws it up and in. What's Tedeschi up to scoring the basketball? And he's not really forced shots today.
But just 14 points, 6 rebounds, pretty solid stat line. Looking to do more damage.
At least a couple of blocks in there as well. Crossover dribble. Thomas all the way to the goal with the English, and it pops out. Goforth gets it out to Johnson. 2:50 to go in quarter three. Travion picks it up, gives in front of the Frankfurt bench. Three ball is up and in from Jack Harrell. We saw him be able to heat up a little bit last season. Another guy that's got to make threes for Frankfurt this year. He shot the ball pretty decently here today. Turn around with the right, no good. Good rebound from Travion Johnson. And he's going to draw a foul on Kyle Thomas. I think that you just need to, pick up that identity. Eli Tyson, Jack Harrell, they've got to be shooting threes every game. They have to.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be, kind of their identity. It's got to be what they are. You got to be if this team's going to want to be good this year, they got to shoot the heck out of the ball.
And that's another stat that doesn't go in the book. No block for Tedeschi, but he forced a layup from Johnson that didn't come anywhere close to drawing iron. That's something that doesn't, show up in the stat book, but pretty obviously altering that take from Travion Johnson. The other way, another 2 points up in for Benton. 48-19 with 2 minutes. Goforth at the point. Gives up to Harrell. Top, it's Osborne. Spin move on his man to the goal with the right is good as he got left of Tedeschi and got it up on the rim before Docker could get over there. The other way, Tedeschi, quick trigger triple in front of his bench for 3 more. That's the good aspect of his game is if he's going to go up and shoot, there is no hesitation in his shot. It doesn't matter where guys are at on the court. Eli Tyson, shot fake, then threw it away. He ended up getting a travel, which probably should have been called when he went up for that shot fake. Looked like he left the floor. Trevion Johnson's limping back into the play. We've got a foul, a basket. Johnson will come out. Cass will sub back in. It's 53-21. Basket was good from Tedeschi. They got Osborne for his second. Free throw good from Tedeschi. 54-21. So you got an and one. 2 plus 1. 54-21 with a minute left in the third. They get McCommons. He's up to 4 fouls. It's the team 4th. One more and Frankfurt would be in the bonus in quarter 3. We're under a minute to play in the period. Osborne dribbles on his man. That's Wiggs. We got another touch foul. That's foul number 5, so he should be at the free throw line shooting 2 shots. Some of these officials and coaches have had a hard time adjusting to this new setup. A little harder than we have. They've been in the game a lot longer than we have, but we've seen it a few times when they already go set to throw it in sideline and when they're supposed to be shooting free throws. But I think that's Frankfurt's first free throw of the ball game.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I definitely need to get to the line more.
Yeah, I had them 0 of 0 in the first half, and they're 0 of 2 in the second half. Frankfurt comes back. They're off. It's a weird thing about this schedule, how it's set up. They play tonight. We got 2 more. That's Wiggs, who's been a good basket off the bench for Benton. You play tonight, then you're off a whole week. You don't play again until next Monday when they go over to Hamilton County, where they play Gallatin County on Monday night. Tuesday off, they play Wednesday against Hamco. Friday, they play Edwards County. Double dip on Saturday against NCOE in Wayne City. And that Redbirds live trip over there is going to be brought to you by Pizza Hut because we're stopping in between the games to get something to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Especially, I'm looking forward to going over there, McLeansboro shootout, whatever they call it, tournament. But
I like that tournament.
They're very good hosts, and it's very competitive games over there.
And like you said, it's a good tournament. One of the aspects, really good setup for the media, where we set up to broadcast. So that'll be fun. That'll be next week. Got to go to Harrisburg first. Tedeschi through the lane. We're down to 20 seconds in the third. He's got 2 more. He can do it all, man.
Yeah, there's really no weakness in his game.
Frankfurt under 10. Harrell, 3 ball up. 3 ball off to the left. No. Rebound brought down. 3 seconds. Tedeschi skips ahead. They're going to get one off plenty clean. But it's off short. Bounces to the left. End of the third. 58-22. The Benton Rangers lead West Frankfurt. Pause. Come back after a short break. Quarter 4 here on Redbirds Live.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's
Quarter 4 and just underway, and Evan Goforth gets 2 quick points. 7:40 to go in the fourth. Back the other way, Rangers. Quick look, no good. Other way, Osborne. Right of the goal, layup, no. Knocked free, and he was the last to touch it. That's going to be Ranger basketball. Was out of bounds, came back in, set the feet, and then was the last to touch the basketball before it went out. Tedeschi brings it up. Rangers looking very strong. Another 2. Tedeschi just inside the arc. Looking very strong in their first game after that runner-up finish at the state championship. Osborne skips Eli Tyson. Tyson to the goal, kicks out corner. Let's go forth. Back door going to the goal is Harrell, kicks out. Swing it around, Osborne free for 3, sets the feet on the way. It's back iron too strong, pulled down Tedeschi. Good ball movement, just don't get the finish that time. Going to the goal, left of the goal. Knocked free out of the hands and going out of bounds. It was McCommons who lost it, but Benton will retain the basketball. Into Tedeschi, around his man pretty easily, and slams it home. He fooled the defender that time. Thought he was getting rid of it. Went baseline. Threw that one down from a ways out there outside the paint. Not a lot of momentum behind him, too. Harrell to the goal, kicks out. Eli Tyson, a wide open triple. That's well off. And brought down by Docker Tedeschi again. Looking up the floor. He'll skip it ahead. Right block. McCommons dishes it out. Ends up Tedeschi with a 3. Around and out. Knocked free. Rebound pulled down behind the three-point line. And a whistle on West Frankfort. To get Osborne for his 3rd. Tedeschi's first is good. Hefner's in. Scales is in. They join Cass, Harrell, and Tyson. Both free throws good. And Frankfort brings it up. Harrisburg has opened up a big lead on the Lady Redbirds in that game. So Lady Redbirds are going to fall. Be back in action tomorrow. We'll have that coverage on Redbirds Live. Expected to be around a 7:30 tip-off. Just depends on that first game of the tournament. They will be facing Carmi White County. I think they've had some good games with Carmi the past few years, so that'll be a good one to tune into. See how the Lady Redbirds bounce back. 3 is up in front of the Ranger bench and in. That's Severin again. That's his 4th 3. Harrell brings it up.
Yeah, Severn shot pretty well from 3-point tonight. So has the whole team, really.
Taken away out of the hands of Scales. Linked to the floor. 2 more for Wiggs. Stop to get some subs in. We got a timer rolling. No, it's a running clock. Another stop. They get Harrell for the bump. Chris Samples in first minutes of his varsity career. 69-24 Benton Rangers blowing out West Frankfort. And we got another reach in. This is on Nick Hefner. .220 left. This is when you burn the tape. You got to worry about the next game. You're playing a tough opponent. No real, as another three's put in, no real positives. I'm trying to work my way around it, but nothing you can take from this one that will benefit. You know what you did wrong. It's clean up some of the silly things, and you're just playing a really tough team. Look to get rid of this one and bounce back next week against Gallatin County. Samples with the basketball, dribbles, kicks out. Now Scales, 1:30 left. Scales out top. 120. Into the post, back out. Samples 3-0 over the back on Scales. Under a minute remaining. Two more laid in. You get into the basket was Crosland for 2. Final 30 seconds. Gets kicked out in front of the Ranger bench. Benton will take their time to go get the ball. The timer's winding. That's going to do it. 74-24. A massive Benton Ranger victory here tonight on opening night, the boys varsity season. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up here on Redbirds Live.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Weeks Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Weeks Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, When a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998. Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you. You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of the 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers and stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois for over a century. We believe that great customer service, along with a wide variety of products, will meet all of your banking needs. We offer commercial lending, treasury management, personal loans, free checking, and more. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We welcome you back in the post-game coverage. Final score: Benton a lot, Frankfurt not a lot. So we welcome you in here in our post-game show, brought to you by IBI Management. Uh, before we get into the numbers, Quincy, just get your take from Frankfurt, and then moving forward, and then you can touch on what you were impressed by the from the Benton Rangers.
Yeah, for the Redbirds, moving forward, you just got to forget about this game ever existed, ever happened, and you got to move on from that. There's nothing I don't think good you could take away from the performance that was displayed tonight, other the display that we've had tonight. You got to move on. You got to forget this game quick. You have a week to prepare for your next game. You got to go forward and start season fresh again. This is not something you want to leave your whole season on. You don't want to start a kind of season like this tonight. For the Rangers, it seems like they picked up right where they left off. Good team. They have a bunch of role guys coming in, stepping up. Um, I thought Zedler, Schaefer, and Wiggs put up good minutes for role players. Zedler actually a starter, but those were some key guys where when the offense got kind of slow for them, they seemed to step it up with some baskets and get them back into the move of things. Other than that, it was a good night for the Benton Rangers, and it was a not so good night for the West Frankfort Redbirds.
Yeah, and I laugh, but I actually liked the way Frankfurt came out, the way they looked, and how they were going to try to play the game. They got sloppy, and they started turning it over, couldn't make shots. Jack Harrell shot the ball decent tonight. That's positive. They're going to need him to shoot good. They're going to need Eli Tyson to shoot good. They're going to need Quentin Osborne to shoot good. Unfortunately, you played a team that looked really good defensively tonight. There's going to be a lot more open looks against other teams. You got a guy on a perimeter, and you think you got an open three, and the dude comes in with a 50-foot wingspan and blocks it. I mean, can't teach that. So, all in all, scratch it. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to get beat up like this, might as well make it early in the year and not late. So, they're back next week. As we mentioned, we'll have all their games Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 games on Saturday. We're back tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So 3 more games with the ladies this week at Harrisburg. We'll get to the player of the game, brought to you by Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance. Quincy, who you going with?
I mean, it would be very unrealistic of me to give it to anybody other than Dr. Tedeschi.
Well, we'll go over the box score. I don't even think we did that yet. Have we went over the stats yet?
No.
Okay, we got to do that. Quincy, you're going against my way of everything. We'll get this sorted out. Just go over the box
for the Rangers. McCummins, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Thomas, 5 points, 8 rebounds. Zedler, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Severin with 12 points, all coming from 3-pointers. Schaefer with 5 points. Wiggs with 10 points. Hamilton, 3. And Crosland with 2. To round out the scoring for the Benton Rangers, Dr. Tedeschi with 27 points, 9 rebounds. The Rangers had a total of 7 turnovers for the game. Move over to the Frankfurt side. Travion Johnson with 4 points, 2 rebounds. Goforth, 4 points, 5 rebounds. Osborne, 6 points, 6 rebounds. And around the scoring off the Redbirds, Harrell with 10 points, 2 rebounds. Redbirds had a total of 17 turnovers.
Didn't shoot a free throw. Yeah, sorry. They didn't shoot a free throw in the first half either. 1 of 4 in the second half. Now we're going to get to the player of the game, brought to you by Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance. And I will preface with the fact that I only give players of the game to Redbirds. So Docker doesn't need any more recognition. He's going to Colorado State. He clearly was the best player on the floor, without a doubt. But Quincy, who you got?
I have to go with.
We're trying this again.
I have to go with Jack Harrell.
How's this? He gets co-player of the game with Dr. Tedeschi tonight.
Sounds good to me, man. Jack Harrell, 10 points, 2 rebounds. shot the ball well. I don't think his gameplay really changed between the whole game. He seemed to still play his game. If he had a little bit better shooting night, his number would be a little higher. But I liked the aggressiveness, and he came out and he wouldn't stop shooting the ball.
I agree, and a lot of them weren't super easy looks, but he sets his feet pretty well when he's off ball and then he gets it. Um, hopefully, we see that again next week. Can't remember. I think he shot decent over there at Hamilton County last year, as did Eli Tyson.
Yeah,
so
they both had some good games,
and they're going to need it. Those are going to be two of the top scorers for Coach Surdich. I think we've covered it all. We'll be back tomorrow night. Thanks to the production team, Aaron Price, Drew Smith, helping on the call with color commentary, Quincy King. I'm Garrett Smith. We'll see you tomorrow night from Harrisburg with the Lady Redbirds up against Carmi White County. We'll see you tomorrow night here on Redbirds Live.